Hello, I'm the Redneck Reloader. Thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet. Today I'm going to continue with my series of bullet reviews that I've been working on, and I'm kind of excited about this one. This is a brand new company to me. I've never used their bullets before. It's JE Shooter Supply, and we're going to look at them here in just a second. I'm going to bring you in close. But first I'm going to ask you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. Helps me out a lot. It'll help me grow the channel and help me make a lot more of these videos in the future. So thank you for that. So let's take a look at these. Okay, so these are the bullets I've got from JE Shooter Supply. They come packed in a priority mail box. I'm going to save the opening on these because I've already opened them. And normally I will show you how they come all packed up, and I promise you these were very tightly packaged. So much so I couldn't even tell they were bullets inside because they wouldn't rattle when I shook the package. The reason I opened it is I didn't know what these were. I'm not 100% sure where JE Shooter Supply is out of. On their website, they don't state where they're from, but they have a phone number, and the phone number had a 410 area code, if I remember correctly. And when I Googled that, it said Baltimore, Maryland. So that's where I assumed they were from. Well, I had some reloading dies that I had ordered from eBay on the way, and I was expecting them to come on Friday. So I got this package on Friday, and when I looked at it, the address just simply, the return address just says Jess and a P.O. box out of Pennsylvania. So and when I could shake the box and they didn't rattle around, so I was assuming that these were my reloading dies, and that's when I opened it, and some person named Jess was the one who mailed them. But the Jess is actually JE Shooter Supply, so apparently they're out of Pennsylvania. But that's not really here nor there. I just want to explain why I opened up the package ahead of time. So these bullets I was really interested to get because they are different than any of the other bullets I've ever shot. Here they are. So these are 9mm 125 grain round nose, which is pretty close to what we're looking at. But they are very, very different. These say they are epoxy coated round nose, and then it says Tomcat Manufacturing, and I don't know what that is, but you can see the JE Shooter Supply out of Glen Rock, Pennsylvania. So I'm not an expert in bullet coating, but I do not think that these are high-tech coated bullets. They look to me to be powder-coated bullets. I do not cast bullets, but that's something that I've been interested in for several years. I was actually just getting ready to dip my toe into that when COVID-19 started, and now the price of everything is so high that I haven't been able to get into it. But I'm on some of the forums, and I see pictures that people post up of their powder-coated bullets when they've mixed two different powder coats, and you get this kind of speckled appearance. I'll take them out of the bag here in a minute so you can look at them. But all over their website and everything, they do not say high-tech anywhere. It always says epoxy coated. So I think these are powder coated. I don't know. I'm sure some people will make comments and can tell more than what I know. But anyway, they're very well packed. They come very well packed in these bags. They're sealed up tight. It's a solid bag. It's not going to tear. I could drop this off the top of a building, I think, and they would be intact. And, they put a nice label on there where you can see exactly what you're getting. Here's the invoice. Here's what I got. 9mm, size to .356. 125 grain round nose, epoxy coated. Their cost is $12 for 100, and with the shipping is $9.95. So the total is $21.95. Not the most expensive that I've brought in here for 100 pieces, but close. So they're a little more on the pricey side. They're not really a budget bullet, I'd say that. But as I said, they are available. I ordered these last week, and they came in this week. Now, I'm not really looking very hard at shipping times right now with these reviews that I'm doing because of the situation being where it is right now and the pandemic and all the other things going on. Most of the major bullet manufacturers, lead times are way out. So companies that normally in normal times that I bought from in the past and would easily ship within a week are now experiencing 3-month lead times. So it's not their fault. That doesn't reflect on them as a manufacturer. I'm actually very happy that most of them are even taking orders. There's a lot of companies that are just shut down and not taking orders right now. So the fact that you would take one, even if it takes 3 months to get it shipped to me, at least you can get bullets. But these guys are exceptional is that they did have these in stock and they did ship them the same week. So if you do exceptionally well, I will comment on the shipping. Quality, well, they're pretty. They don't look like anything else I've ever brought in here. They sure don't look like the high-tech coated with that speckled appearance to it. Now, I will say their coverage is not that great, which I feel like I have to point out because I did have that with the Cimarron bullets, and these are worse than the Cimarrons as far as coverage. So if I'm going to knock them for it, I got to knock these guys too. But it does appear to me that most of the spotty areas of coverage are down inside the lube groove, which is not going to be contacting the inside of your barrel at all as this goes down the barrel. So I really feel like their coverage is good enough. It's not going to affect, cause any leading or anything like that, or any lead, to be shed off in the barrel, because they're not, the surfaces that are going to be in contact with the barrel are all coated good. It just seems like inside the lube groove there's some bare spots on some of them, but the rest of the bullets look really good. Of course, our next step, what I always do is take these and smash one with a hammer to see if the coating's going to hang on there good. So we're going to do that here in a minute, and we'll see how that works. I didn't notice any other colors on their website as far as optional colors, but they did have different colors for different calibers. Some were red. I don't remember some of the others. I want to say I thought I saw some green ones on there, but you get the idea. They're all speckled like that. Everyone I saw on their website had that speckled appearance, but just different colors. So I don't know if you could request a specific color if you wanted. That's possible, I guess. I don't know. You'd have to contact them, but like I said, I just ordered the standard speckled blue there for the 9mm. I'm going to get my hammer and give these a whack, give one of them a whack and see how it holds up. Okay, so this is the results of my hammer test there I do. What I do is just set the bullet on the vise, or my anvil, and give it a good whack with my hand sledge just to smash it. I'm not trying to smash it to death. I just want to give it a little smash and test and see how well the coating stays adhered. And this is excellent. I don't see any flaking or anything coming off. This coating stays on there just like it has on the high-tech coated bullets that I've tested. So so far this epoxy coating of theirs looks excellent. So very optimistic. As I said, I'm pretty sure this is powder coat, and I've never shot a powder coated bullet before or ever had any. So I was kind of curious how the coating would stay on. I thought this might be more apt to flake off, but it did not. So I'm liking these more and more. Very good looking bullets there. So let's I'm gonna load up some. If you've watched these before, you know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna load 10, and I'm gonna shoot 5 of them out of my pistol and shoot 5 of them out of my carbine. and we're going to see how they perform up against the other bullets that we've done the testing on. I'm going to use my RCBS dies. I'm going to use 3.9 grains of tight group, and I'm going to use my Remington 1.5 small pistol primers. So I'm going to get everything up and start loading these, and I'll come back in during the loading process periodically and kind of show you how things are going. I've got all my cases belled and primed. I want to bring you back in for a minute and just show you what I'm doing as far as belling the case mouth. I like to, I load a lot of these 124 grains and the ones with the lube group like this. And what I usually do is I'll bell the case mouth so I can push the bullet in almost all the way up to the lube groove. So that'll kind of give you an idea of how much I'm belling the case mouth. It's a pretty healthy amount. I find when I do this, I don't have any problem shaving either coating or lead off of the bullets when I seat them. So hopefully that'll work out good with these, the same as it has with the high-tech coated bullets. But that just gives you an idea of how much I'm belling the case mouth. That bullet slips in there real easily, no problem to put it in that far. So I've got the first 5 of these done. So I just wanted to break in and kind of go over how the process of seating them is going. So far so good. I haven't seen any shaving at all. The coating seems to be adhering well, and during the seating process I'm not shaving the coating off or shaving any lead or anything. These bullets feel different than the high-tech coated bullets. They feel like a rough texture to them, and I don't know that that means anything. I'm just pointing that out, that if I sit here and rub my finger over the bullet, it's not smooth. It feels rough. And on one of my other bullet reviews, I believe it was T&B bullets, one of the commenters, I had made a mistake. I misspoke during the videos, which if you ever watch any of my videos, I do that a lot. But I had misspoke and said the bullets, I think I said they had a poly coating or epoxy or something. And, they had corrected me and said it's high-tech. And I said, yeah, I realized I'd made a mistake. You're absolutely right. But he commented that the powder coat or the poly coating was more abrasive than the high-tech coating was. And, I have no other knowledge of that other than that one comment that was made on one of my videos. But feeling this, I say I can see that, because it does feel rough. It could be more abrasive. But I don't know that that makes a difference. There's a lot of people out there shooting a lot of powder coated bullets. A lot of casters have went to powder coating now, and especially people in competitions and stuff shooting thousands and thousands of rounds. So if you were shedding the coating left and right, if you were wearing your barrel out and stuff because of abrasiveness, I would think that would have come out at some point. So take that for what it's worth. But I've got all 10 of them seated now, and I will say they might be the prettiest bullets I've ever made. But we'll take them up and see how they shoot next. So this is a portion of our testing where we test the accuracy of the bullets, and these are on the JE shooter supply bullet. Normally what I do is 7 yards. I shoot 5 rounds with my pistol at the head, and then at 25 yards I shoot 5 rounds at the chest, the center torso. What I'm looking for is maybe like palm of my hand grouping. That's about what I do with factory ammo at those distances. That's what we're going to try today, so stay tuned. So my final thoughts on JE Shooter Supply. Um, First off, they had a good selection of bullets. I really like the coating. It's different than high tech, and it has a rough texture to it, and it was spotty in places, but I don't think that's going to cause any problem with lighting or anything. Most of the spots that were bare were down inside the lube groove. Very good looking bullets, best I've probably ever seen. I wouldn't, well, now it's going to start raining on me. Let me see if I can wrap this up quick. They're a little on the pricey side. They're not outrageously expensive, but they are more than most of the high-tech coated bullets that I've bought and reviewed. I don't think I'd buy them all the time, but I would for kind of a special occasion. They loaded okay. No problem with the coating coming off. They stood up well. I didn't get any coating on my fingers. None of it flaked off when I smashed it with a hammer. When I say special occasions, I look at them more like a boutique kind of bullet. I don't think I'd pay the extra just for the looks, but that's me. You might. I'm thinking my son and my daughter-in-law like to go out and shoot with me when they get days off. And my daughter-in-law is very girly. She loves all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of thinking the rest of those, I might just load them up and save them for her when we come out shooting, because I know she would love them. So accuracy, they're okay. Of course, my gun's not sighted in for them. I was aiming right at this brain. I was shooting high, but I can cover the groups with my palm for the most part. I got one flyer, but I usually do. It's very windy today. It's so windy it actually broke my target stand. So this is probably the windiest day I've filmed. So I think overall the accuracy looks real good. I'll be honest with you, coming out of my carbine, the way these ripped, I was almost kind of afraid that they were tumbling. And I can't swear that they weren't. But they hit pretty much where they were aiming at 25 yards and at 7 yards. So overall, JE Shooter Supply, I'd give you a thumbs up. I would buy them again. So thanks for joining me, and God bless.